ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தோப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் போரொன்று தானே அமையாதோர் தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானிரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு. So இத்தியாதிபிகி அவிசேஷேண சர்வேஷாம் பிராமணாதீனாம் ஸ்ரீ பாஞ்சராத்ரோக்தமார்கேண பகவதர்ச்சனாதிக்கம் கர்த்தவியமிதி மகாபாரதாதிஷு அபிதீயते. It is said even in the epic called Itihasa in Sanskrit, there are only two Itihasas in Sanskrit, but generally we don't have any exact equivalent in English. So when we say Itihasa, we say great epic in English. But sometimes we also say magnum opus for many big works, quality works. So the size of the size and quality matter for the what you call epic as well as great epic. So ityadibihi. So we were talking about the 6 types of temples where the 4 varnas are managing them. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. So if there is no difference, avisheshena. Vishesha is difference, avisheshena, without any difference. Sarvesham Brahmanadina. With regard to the twice born category, we have no differences. Whether it is Sampradaya difference, whether when there is Sampradaya difference, or the book difference. Parameshwara Samhita, Ishvara Samhita, Sri Prashna Samhita, and so on. So here, Sarvesham Brahmanadina, among the twice born, Sri Pancaratra Margena, in the path as said by Sri Pancaratra, Bhagavad Archanadikam, worship of the Lord's Kartavyam must be done. Iti thus, Mahabharata Adishu. So that means etc. also, in the great epic called Mahabharata, a compendium of 1 lakh shlokas plus some prose passages. It comes to, I think, 120 lakhs. There are so many prose portions also. And Mahabharatam itself is called Mahabharatam because of its Mahatvat Bharatvatcha. Because it is great in quality and because it is heavy in weight. In the sense, the book is biggest one. In fact, we have been repeating some facts which you know already. This is only to remind us again and again. And take the longest poem in the world. 2 are the longest. They are called the longest. namely Odyssey and the other one Iliad. These two are the longest poems in English. And if you combine them, the size of the Mahabharata is 8 times Iliad and Odyssey put together. So that means we understand the expanse of the book. And again, please remember there are so many encomia on Mahabharata because not because of its quantity, but because of its quality. We say all the 4 purusharthas, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, the aims are there for even any small or rather smallest poem in Sanskrit. At least one of the purusharthas, the human purposes of life, must be taken as the aim by the author, the poet, the dramatist, the champu writer, and so on. Take any kavya for that matter. At least one of the purusharthas must be the aim of the work. And Mahabharata's speciality is all the 4 purusharthas are contained there. Dharma, if you ask about Kshatriya Dharma, Brahmana Dharma, Samanya Dharma, so common to people, the code of conduct to common to all people, common particular to the ruling warrior class, or the twice born, or the according to Varna, the business class and the Shudra class. We have dharmas mentioned there. And again, butcher. So again, another one is the economic growth expected of in each varna also is mentioned. How to earn money, strategies for income are mentioned. Then again, artha is not only money but also the purpose, the goal set by the people. Artha and kama, desire. What are the desires to be possessed, and what will be the outcome of those desires? We must analyze and remember the desires also, and moksha. Kama includes both the materialistic desire of this world and also the next world. The last one is being the emancipation from the death trap. So all the 4 goals of human life are mentioned in Mahabharata. And it is called, Mahabharata is called the 5th scriptures. Panchamo Vedaha. Mahabharata is Panchamo Veda. The last but not least, the title, a proverb is there in Sanskrit which says, whatever is found in the universe can be understood from the Mahabharata epic, and whatever is not available in the epic, also the universe doesn't possess that. Yadiha asti tadasti Mahabharate. Yadi neha anyatra atrapi nasti. Enneha asti tadanyatra. That is the proverb. So that means what we say in Sanskrit, Bharatochishtam Jagat Sarvam. Bharatochishtam Jagat Sarvam. Add Mahabharatochishtam Jagat Sarvam. The whole universe is remnant of Mahabharata. Whatever is contained in Mahabharata can be seen outside, but whatever cannot be seen outside cannot be seen inside Mahabharata. And therefore, Pancaratra also, the Shastra, the science also will have a mention in Mahabharata. And there is a rule also. Rules are also found there. So the worship of the Lord should be done according to all the Brahmins of the same class. And then it is said, abhidiyate means it is said. Nahi Kochidapi, nowhere else, nowhere, Sutra Visheshadi Niyamaha Kritaha. Again, there are no formulae fixed for this. Nahi Kochidapi, nowhere, Sutra Visheshadi Niyamaha. So again, Sutram refers to the procedure, what you call the formulae or the what you call aphorism. The aphorisms are not very strict in nature. And therefore, we can have some what you call freedom, liberty to use them among the Brahmins Shastras, Brahmin temples. Temples established by Brahmins. Pratyuta, conversely, Sarvasutra Nishtanam tat anvayaha tasminneva shastre pratipadyate. Supposing you consult all the formulae related to a particular Shastra, then there will be a cogency. It will be in the order, what we call chronological order, or rather whatever order, in a disciplined way. It is given there in the science itself. Tasminneva Shastre, in the same science, Pratipadyate is being explained. Sarvasutra Nishtanam Tat Anvaya. So what will be the order of the formulae that we follow, aphorisms that we follow? What is next to what? Please show me the, of course, footnote number 2 will be in letters, aksharas. Okay, that's right. Again, right. Kaka ga kosheshu nasti. In these 3 books, it is not available. So here, in this case, namely, निषेकादींश्च संस्कारान् स्वसूत्रोक्तान् समाचरेत् पंचरात्रोदितान् वापि ये स्ववंशैः अनुष्ठिताः. Now, the procedures followed, anushthitaha. So who is to follow all these disciplines? Swavamshehi. This is where what we call the right to the family, the right to the means, the right to the race, RACE. That is more important. So father, son, grandson, great grandson. So it will be in the what we call in the same clan, in the same family. So swavamshehi. Ye anushthitaha. So what do they follow? Pancharatra uditan, sukta, sutroptan, samskaran. So there are 2 types of aspects to follow in Pancharatra. So having come up from Pancharatra text, people should follow Samacharete. Samacharete again should follow correctly, should follow it well. Swasutrokta, whatever has been said in their sutras, their formulae, their aphorisms. So what should be learnt? What should be done? Nishekadimscha samskara. Generally, nishekaha meaning deposit. So nishekaha, a drop is called a nishekaha. So nishekadimscha samskaran. So what to do when samskaraha again garbhadhana. Okay. Yeah, nisheka is according to the human biology, it's a deposit of the sperm. In the sense, here it is sowing the seed. Nisheka. Nisheka dimscha. So it is etc. So deposits etc. Plus samskaran, the tradition. The samskaran is called the latent impressions of the subconscious spirit of the formula. So here, so Pancaratra vapi, purificatory rites. Right? Samskara is what you call ancient procedure to be followed. Rather, procedure, samskara is again not samskritam, samskritihi, culturalizing, or as you said, purificatory rites. So, we call it samskara. For example, bhuta shuddhihi in temples. So, iti nacha bodhayana vikhana shaunakadi ukteshu bhagavat pratishtharchanadishu satsu kim anyena iti vacha. So, don't raise the argument. Why not we mix three? Bodhayana, Vikhana, Shaunaka. Shaunaka is also another name of a sage. Vikhanas, already we saw this name of the sage. Bodhayana is another type of sage. Another sage. So we say Bodhayana, Amavasya, the previous day of the new moon day, we call it Bodhayana Amavas. Means Bodhayana has written Sutra, Bodhayana Sutra. Many of us belong to Bodhayana Sutra. It's a very cumbersome process, long process also. The what we call the annual death anniversary itself is very long. And for example, in Samaveda also, the procedure of what we call Karna Mantra, chanting the spells for to the ears of the dead people is longer than any other process. So, Bodhayana, Vikanasa, Shaunaka, Adi, Ukteshu. So, what was mentioned in these three? So, Bhagavat Pratishtha Archana. In order to establish and consecrate the divine figure in the temple and the worship, etc., etc. Satsu, even though there are these aspects clearly mentioned, Kim Anyena iti na vacha. Why should we not follow something else? That should not be the argument. So you must not openly say, because we do not know the process, then you cannot change over to some other. So why Bodhayana cannot be mixed with Vikhanas, and the Vikhanas cannot be mixed with Shaunaka. So with each other. Tadukti Rahita Sutra Nishthanam Anyapekshayam Sadharana Shastra Parigraha Upapatte. When there is no mention, Ukti means mention, Tadukti Rahita without the mention, Sutra, the aphorism is not available, then Nishthanam, those who are adhering to such a formulae, such formulae, when there is no mention of it at all, then Anyapekshayam, when we seek something else, then Sadharana Shastra Parigraha Upapatte. So that will contradict the common science, in the sense, commonality in between among the four Siddhantas. So that will become an acceptance of the common aspects of all the four Siddhantas and 6 types of temples. Then what happens? Ataha eva hi. Therefore, only, ataha, therefore, eva only, he indeed, surely, hotram hotru shakhautta shakaktam adharyavaha api parigrinnan. So what will happen if there is a mix-up of these 3 stages? You left out one line. No, just now I said it as. Oh, sorry. Purnopadeshe. Okay. Nacha kvachit purnopadeshe. Nakvachit nowhere. Purnopadeshe sambhavati. Full advice is available. Complete instructions are available. Nowhere it is available. Nowhere complete instructions are available. Tat shaktasya apurnam upadatum yuktam. There, then you can, in order to rectify that completeness, it is possible. But whereas, again the sentence says negative. So, nachat kvachit, nowhere, the complete instructions are available, and therefore, apurnam upadatam, meaning again, in order to advocate incompleteness, it is not proper. Because complete instructions are not available, don't follow them. So there, when the Shastra is very clear, lucid, understandable, and we must get good preceptors also to teach us. So ataha evahi hautram hotru shakha ukta adharyaha api brakrit. Therefore, what happens is hautram, hota is the doer of the sacrifice, hota. And hotru shakha uktam, as ordained by the branches under the title hota. So hotru shakoktam, the hota should follow the hotru shastram. In the sense, there are three types of people in a sacrifice: hota, adharyuhu, udgata. Udgata is maybe a samavedin to sing the spells. Udgata. Gata, ga means to sing. Gi means to sing. He will sing the Samaveda spells. Even the ordinary swarams are called Udata, Anudata, and Swarita. The equivalent will be given by Keshav Swami here. Protracted accent and so on. So here, the Hota Adharyuhu is the performer of the sacrifice. Then Hota is the initiator of the sacrifice. So all the three will coordinate acute, grave, and circumflex. We have one more also, Swaritam. Double Swaritam also. So Hautram, Hotru Shaka, yeah, Dirgha Swaritam. So Hautram, Hotru Shakoktam, Adharyaha api parigrindan. So whatever has been prescribed for Hota, a doer of sacrifice, will be also followed by Adharyu. There's another, the second category of people performing sacrifice. So these two will be similar in action. Ataha, therefore, Eshu Sutreshu, in those formulas, in which formulae, Bhagavad Archanadikam Pratyapadi, the worship of the Lord has been already explained. It is in passive voice. Pratyapadi is passive voice. Has been explained in the sutras. Tannishtanam api, even those who are intent upon these formulae, Bhagavad Shastrokta Prakriyaya, according to the Pancaratra text, sometimes we call it Pancharatra. So Bhagavad Shastra Ukta Prakriya. Bhagavad Shastram is only Pancharatra, which has been orally said by the Lord. Ukta Prakriyaya, by the procedure adopted as mentioned in the Lord's decree, injunctions. Samaradhanadikam prashastatam. So it will be highly appreciated. Superlative degree. Prashasta, appreciated. Prashasta tamam, very highly appreciated. It invites the most qualitative appreciation. Prashastatama. What? Samaradhanadikam. Samaradhanam, we have been seeing the meaning frequently. Samaradhanam is perfect worship of the Lord, and added with that, the devotees also will be satisfied. Samaradhanam. Tathacha Shishtaihi Anushtiyat. In the same way, Tathacha, the same manner, Shishtaihi, but good people. Good people in the sense they know the Shastra very well. They understood the Shastra very well. They perform the actions correctly. All these are called Shishtaihi. Whenever you say something new in your family, you say Shishtachara, behavior of the good people in the ancestor, among the ancestors. Shishtaihi, by good people in the sense, by the orthodox, decent behaved people. Anushtiyate is being followed. So, Nanucha, Vaikhanasa Sutra Anusarishu, now we are talking about a specific science called Vaikhanasa. So, Vaikhanasa Sutra Anusarishu, for those who are followers of the aphorisms or the formulae of the Vaikhanasa Sampradaya, and then Kashyapa, Marichi, Bhargava, Atreya. There are 4 sages. Kashyapa is 1, Marichi is 2, Bhargava is 3, Atreya 4. This all seems to be Gotras also. Kashyapa, Bhargava and Atreya are Gotras. In the sense, we are coming under the clan of some sages. Either Traya Risheya, 3 sages, or 5 sages, 5 or 7 sometimes, all in odd numbers. So, Shastreshu. So, in the sciences of these 4 people, namely Kashyapa Shastram, Marichi Shastram, Bhargava Shastram, Atreya Shastram, so among these 4, Tadu Anubandhishu. So, we have what we call addenda for the Shastras. So, Anubandhaha. So, Anubandhishu. So, we have got extra portions recently added and so on. Recently, in the sense, in the ancient times, recently added. Not now, not today. Tada Anubandhishu, in their supplements, for example, Harivamsham is the supplement of Mahabharata. Harivamsham. There is, I think, one more addendum for Mahabharata. So, Harivamsha is called the addendum for Mahabharata. Even in the English dictionary, we all find that there is an addenda. New words in English introduced, added.
Bhagavatam addenda இல்லையா?
Bhagavatam addenda. Bhagavatam is a full, complete Puranam. It is Lord Krishna himself. Whereas all the other 18 Puranas of Veda Vyasa, plus the Vishnu Purana of his father Parashara Maharishi, when you include Bhagavata and Mahabharata, it will come to 18. Otherwise, only 17 for Vedavyasa and 1 for his father Parashara Maharshi. So, Tadanubandhishu, then Adhikara Granteshu. So, in addition to the addendum, we have the books which give us the rights, RIGHTS. Adhikara Granteshu. And also you can say authoritative books. Adhikara Granteshu is authoritative books. Might have been written by the sages themselves later, or based upon the previous editions, new people have added. But it should not deviate from, in any aspect, even a little from the Old Testament, I say. Old Testament. So, Adhikara Granteshu, Sangraha Vistara Rupeshu. They would have, some people would have written a brief introduction for the books, Sangraha. They might have abridged the versions of Pancaratra in any form, or Vistara. They would have given commentary, long commentary for such books. So whether it is an abridgment or a detailed explanation, then Bhagavad Pratishthasanadikam Purnam Upadishatsu Kim Pancharatra. The question is, what is the use of Pancharatra if the abridgments and the long explanations can fulfill completely the advice, the instructions for the Bhagavad and Bhagavad Archanadishu. So in the case of worshipping of the God, it includes the establishment of the divine figure in the temple. So Pratishtharchanadishu. And already there, Bhagavad Pratishtharchanadikam. In Kim Pancharatra? Why should we take up Pancharatra study? See, when a very original book is unwanted now, when we have easier explanations available for the same book without any deviation, then why should you not avoid Pancharatra? See, as we said earlier, let us confine ourselves to 100 slokas of Ramayana, what we call Sankshepa Ramayana. And we have Sankshepa Sundarakandam also today. So a few shlokas out of 68 cantos of Sundarakandam. We have another 100, just 100 of the Sundarakandam, Sankshepa Sundarakandam. Then as Kesavadas Swami last time said, Gayatri Ramayana. Since Gayatri has got 24 syllables, including the pranava in the beginning, it doesn't start with Tatsavituhu Varenyam, with of course pranava. It starts with pranava. And that means Omkara. So it includes, it is included under 24 syllables. So for every 1,000 of Ramayana, we have this letter occurring. The syllable of the Gayatri mantra occurs in every 1,000. Therefore, you have 24,000 shlokas in Ramayana, 24 syllables in the for each 1,000. Then a syllable for each 1,000. And are we satisfied with reading Gayatri Ramayana? Again, the old example which I give you naturally, then because of paucity of time, we say Sri Rama Rama Rameti for the whole Vishnu Sahasranam. So there is a different edition of the single verse. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sagasranamataha Tattulyam. Sagasranamas Tattulyam. It's not so. Sagasranamataha Tattulyam. It is different from Sahasranama, but it is equal. Ramo Viramo Viradas. Do we have words in Sahasranama? Ramo Viramo. So on. So the Rama is there. One of the names of 1,000 names of Vishnu, we have Rama there. Then what is special about Rama, which we said already? Sagastra Namataha Tattulya. This is one type of explanation. Namataha meaning different from. Different from. So the Rama mentioned in Sri Rama Rama Rameti is different from the Rama mentioned in Sahasranam. Why this? Again, I give you a parallel. Last one. Last verse. Sarvapraharanayudha. That is the last word in Vishnu Sahasranam. Shankhabran Nandaki Chakri Shangadhanva Gadadharaha Rathangapanihi Akshobhyaha Sarvapraharanayudha. There are two words looking like synonyms. They are repeated. Shankhabran Nandaki Chakri.
Chakri.
The word Chakri is there. That means Lord Vishnu possesses a wheel, possesses a Sudarshana Chakram on the right hand or left hand, whatever. He holds a weapon called Chakram, Sudarshanam, Chakri. I think we cannot mean it as the chariot in which he travels. Chariot is, of course, Garuda here. Garuda has no chakra, so Vahanam is not chakram. Vahanam, from the vehicle, we don't take the wheel. There are 4 wheels there, at least. 1 wheel for the sun god. So 4 wheels for Lord Krishna. Whereas this Chakri does not mean he is running on a chariot. But again, Chakri, Shankhabran Nandaki Chakri, Shangadhanva, Gadadharaha, Rathanga Panihi. Rathanga Panihi. Ratha, chariot, car. Anga Rathangam is the important limb of the chariot, is wheel. So Rathanga Panihi, he holds in his hand Sudarshana Chakra. What is the difference? Chakri and Rathanga Panihi. So Chakri means he holds the Sudarshana weapon in the hand, whereas he took over the wheel of the chariot to hit Bhishma. Because he did not possess weapons according to all others except Bhishma. Bhishma saw him with the 4 hands with all the weapons intact. Lord Krishna gave Vishwarupam only to a chosen few, namely Arjuna, Karna, Dhritarashtra, and so on. So they didn't want to see him also in that form, universal form, Vishwarupam. Vishwarupam will contain all weapons, 5 weapons. Whereas Rathangapani he took off the wheel, actually broke the wheel. In fact, Bhishma broke the wheels. Bhishma broke the wheels. Maybe not all the 4. I think out of sympathy he left out 1. So he took up, Lord Krishna took up not this hand wheel, Sudarshana, but the chariot wheel. So Rathanga Panihi. So that's why we give different meaning to the simple a pair of synonyms. So here in the same way, when the abridgment and the detailed explanation contain the entire instruction, then why should we read Pancaratra? Ma evam. Don't say so. Evam so, S-O. Don't. Ma evam means don't say so. You are prohibited from objecting to me. Why? Tat sutra nishtan pratyeva tat prakriyopadesha. The procedure has been advised only by the exact particular formulae in which the priests are adept, ADEPT. They are always concentrating on the temple worship. They know the formulae. Let us not make them deviate. And therefore, again I remind ourselves that Pancaratra should be studied frequently, every day, every time. And they must make sure, the priest must be confident, self-confident, that they do not make a mistake. They do not deviate from the procedure. Therefore, Pancaratra must be read. And every time that we read any book, for example, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavata, any Purana, scriptures, and also this Pancaratra traditions, we will get some new meaning according to the times and place. And therefore, they must be gone through, word by word, letter by letter, in its own spirit. Then, Tarhi, then, Tannishtanam, For those people who are busy with engaged completely with the Pancaratra Prakriyayaha, so when they know the procedure of Pancaratra, Anupadayatve, what will happen if they don't follow? Anupadayatve meaning when they don't follow, Upadanam is taking, Danam is giving, Upadanam is taking, Adanam itself is taking, Upadanam is taking near you. That means you become closer to the tradition, closer to the book, closer to the science, closer to Pancharatra. So you become closer. Anu, when you follow that, then tasyaha sarvasutra nishta sadharanyam bhajyeta iti chet tanna ukta uttaratva. So the fear in the mind of priests will be, if the Pancharatra book is not read again and again, Sarvasutra Nishta Sadharanyam, we may come across common aspects of all the sutras of all the traditions. Then Bhajyeta, our fear is, that is the fear of the priest is Bhajyeta. It will split. It will split up. So when we compare the abridgments and the long explanations along with the original text Pancharatra, if you are afraid to get confused because of it, bhajyeta iti chet, that will break up. It will break up. That is commonness among the all the formulae can have a breakup. Do you surmise this? Do you guess this? Tatunna. It will not be so. It will not happen. Why? Now we are going to see the next few pages. Ukta Uttaratva. Remember that the following pages will tell you that you will not be allowed to mix up when you follow the original. See, that is where the deep understanding of the knowledge by the priest is the most important. Today we have the opposite. Yesterday, unfortunately, I don't quote exact names. The mistake committed in even Sankalpa was noticed by even a lady. Why even a lady? She is a Sanskrit teacher and she is my student in MPhil. And she found out the mistakes in Sankalpa. Haridontasi Sri Govinda Govinda Govinda, even in the very Sankalpa, beginning of the Srinivasa Vivaha, Divya Vivaha, Vivaha Mahotsavaha, done for commercial aim, Kalyanotsava, getting lakhs of rupees as fees. I was surprised, rather shocked that the priest, more than 60 years in age, commits a lot of mistakes. Not because he doesn't know Sanskrit, but because he is curious enough to over react. So that is the problem here now. So that means when elder priests are making a lot of mistakes, then what will happen to the younger priests? So Uttottaratvat. And Kashyapiye Adini Api. So we remembered 4 sages here. Kashyapa, Marichi, and the other 2. Even in those, not Atri, Kashyapiya is Kashyapa, Marichi, Bhargava, and Atre. Of course, Atri's clan is Atreya. I understand. Basically, Atri, of course. We are talking of, okay. Even sometimes father and son are different. Father and the son are different. In the sense, attitude, behavior, the what we call formulation of the books, and so on. So Kashyapi Adini api he. So we'll finish this sentence and we'll go to the next session. Right. So Kashyapi Adini Shastrani api Kanchit Prakriyam Upadishanti Teshu Teshu Artheshu Shastrantarorupajivinyeva Evam Pancharaktroktam Kvachit Kvachit Upajivanti. O priests, you need not be afraid of mixing up of the traditions or sciences by reading the original abridgment and the long explanation. Take for example, Kashyapiyani Shastrani. The Shastra sciences formulated by Kashyapa sage, Kashyapa's son, Kashyapa sage. Then Kanchit Prakriyam Upadashanti. They advise some procedure. Kamshit, there are two meanings. Some procedure which we do not know earlier. Number one, unfamiliar procedure. Another meaning is Kamshit is indescribably great procedure. So you take it in any meaning, any of these two meanings. That means new. This process is new to the priests, those who have not studied Kashyapa's Shastras. And therefore, so when they advise us on a new process, which is indescribably great or sometimes not wanted also. So, teshu teshu artheshu. Look at the essence of those sentences. Shastrantara upajivinyeva. So, what is the purpose of those different process advised by Kashyapa, etc.? It is to make the entire temple science survive. That is the meaning. So, Shastrantara upajivinyeva. The Kashyapa Shastras, the sciences formulated by, prescribed by Kashyapa, etc., will be helpful in keeping alive the tradition of other Shastras, other sciences also. So that will be the purpose of a new process. Evam, this way, Pancharaktroktam Kvachitu Kvachitu Upajiva. So while you read deeply into the Pancaratra tradition, you will find that they all make the generally all sciences of temple alive. Kvachite Kvachitu. In some places, they will be helpful. So, Upajivanti, there will be what we call coordinators and co-workers. The Shastras will be co-workers. So that we will understand little by little and then fully. Yathoktam, now we are going to see another science. So, Bhrigu Prokta Kriya Dikari. So what is it said? What is said in Yathoktam as said in Bhrigu. Bhrigu is again Bhargava. So Bhargava is the son of Bhrigu. Bhrigu is otherwise called Jamadagni sage. And Bhargava is Parashurama. Generally we say Bhargava Rama. Out of the three Ramas, one is Rama, Sita Rama, Bhargava Rama and Balarama. Ramatrayam. These three Ramas. Bhrigu is what we call, actually we call it rather Friday, in the sense Venus. The Venus, the planet is Venus. So Bhrigu Prokta Kriyadhikare. So as said well by Prokta, Ukta said or Prokta well said by Bhrigu, the sage. Bhrigu is the sage who confronted also Lord Vishnu. He was so haughty and he met Lord Vishnu. Ukta Kriyadhikare. So as said by the sage Bhrigu, in the what we call the process, the chapter on process, we are going to see it in the next session. Gurupadesha samsiddhaihi kalpa mantrairthapi cha tapiva asanadi upacharaistu pujayeti kecha.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞான வைராக்கிய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கட நாதாரியம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேதிகம். கவிதார்க்கிகசிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமக. வாதித்விபஷினோ பங்க பஞ்சாரண பராக்கிரமா ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதாய இரம் விஜயதா புவி. சீரொன்று திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே வையாதோ தரணியோ வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞானவைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம்.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய.